Okay, so I got this dry bar, $145 curling iron out of the dumpster at Ulta. And they did cut the cord, which they have to do, obviously. I understand that. I'm not complaining. If I can splice these two pieces back together, which I have done many times and know how to do, then, hopefully it'll work and I'll have a nice curling iron. I wouldn't resell these. Anything that I've done myself is something that I would use. I just wouldn't feel right about selling one that was spliced back together. So, if it messes up, then it's on me. And so, I'm just gonna try to fix this. And so the first thing I gotta do is I gotta cut the excess rubber off the outside of the wiring. And because they cut this one so close to this part, I'm gonna have to cut probably at least that much, maybe a little farther. I'm going to have to cut this rubber off. I'm going to leave some of it, but some of it's going to have to be cut off so that I can get to the wire there so I can splice it to this one. It has to be a certain amount. So I got these heat shrink tubing. What you do is you splice those, you cut the outside off, you splice the wires together, and you slide one of these tubes down. And then you use a heat source. You can use a flame, a lighter, a heat gun, something like that. And it will shrink this down onto the wire and seal it. And so what I did is I got some smaller ones because this cord has two of the wires in there. You can see the white one, and then there's a black one over here that you can't see. There's also a ground wire there. So I'm going to splice those together, and I'm also going to splice the ground. Make sure you splice the ground wire because that's important. When you plug something in, it needs to be grounded. So I'm going to do that, slide these down onto the two main wires, shrink those, and then these are larger ones that will go over the entire thing to shrink that. So it'll all be really protected and really carefully covered and correctly sealed up. So it's very easy. It just takes a little bit of, this is going to be taking a little bit of time to cut that rubber off because it's pretty strong rubber right there. So it'll take me a little bit, but I think it'll be worth it, and I'll show you my progress. Alright, you guys, so I've already got that end of the gray rubber taken off, and then I took the black, the sealant on the black wire and the sealant on the white wire off. There wasn't a ground wire in here like I thought there was, but I just pushed, this is just some insulation, so I've just pushed that to the side for now. Before I took these off, I went ahead and slid one of these larger sleeves over so that it is on the wire already, because obviously once you connect this to the curling iron, you won't be able to get that on anymore. So I've got this end of the cord done, and now I have to do this end. So I have taken that part down, and then I spliced those wires together, slid the heat shrink over the bare wires. You can see the bumps in them. That's where the wires are connected. And then once you do that, then you put a little flame underneath it, not right next to it, just underneath it, just enough to heat it up so that stuff shrinks up. This was the original size of it right here. So you can see it does shrink up quite a bit, about a 2-to-1 ratio. So that does that, and then it seals it really well so that it's not coming off. And then the next thing I gotta do is to seal all of this area. So then I have this one that I slid on earlier, and this just has to be slid up. I'm going to slide it up so that it's up to here, and so it'll grip onto this part and kind of help sturdy this area. And then it'll also cover this area, so it should go from here to here, and then seal that, and I'll shrink it, and then it'll seal all that area right there too. So, and it should be good and usable after that. So we'll test it after I get it put together. Alright guys, I'm back again, and I have just finished splicing this on, so you can see once you shrink this down what it looks like. It's all sealed. There's no it's all tight to that area, and it's gripped onto that area really nice. You can see where the splices are inside because it has shrunk down. So that is that is fixed. So you can see the other side of it. It's all nice and sealed up and ready to go. So let's plug this sucker in and see what happens. Alright, so you can see right now there's nothing on there. Alright, I'm going to plug it in. Let's see how this goes. And we have power. Sweet. Looky there. Let's turn it on. And there we go. Check it out. Woo! Yeah. $145 curling iron that I get to use now. Yay! Yay. Alright, so let's see. It does work. You can take it down. Alright. See if it's getting hot. Oh yeah, it's working. It works great. Awesome! I love my new curling iron.
Now to see if it curls your hair.
It will. It's getting hot. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I love that feature that you can just roll your hair around. I have long hair, so that's a nice feature to have. And I have really thin hair, so frizzy hair is a big deal for me. So I'm hoping this curling iron will be a nice find and nice to use. So yeah, hey, I'm excited. Sweet. So that's how you fix one of those cords. I don't recommend you fix one of those cords. I have fixed many of them. My brother's a master electrician, and he's coached me a little bit on it. So, you know, don't go out and fix one just by the way I did. Go out and do your own research. You know, do a lot of research. There's a lot of safety precautions you have to follow. But, you know, I just wanted to show you. That's the process in a nutshell. But yeah, do your own research. I don't recommend you do this yourself, but, you know, if you're going to do the research, go online. There's a lot of different sites that will teach you how to work with electricity. You know, in the end, this is an electrical appliance. This is an electrical cord. Be safe. Be smart.
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself. It's not my fault if you do. Okay. So, yay! I did it!
Yeah!
Awesome! Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Later.